So I just landed at Miami International Airport for my next cruise, which is on MSC Seascape, and I have to figure out what to do with my luggage. So I've got my backpack, which is my trusty backpack. I also have my carry-on suitcase, and then my kiddo has her 2 bags as well. Unfortunately, we had a super early flight, and we don't get on the ship until late this afternoon. So we have a lot of time to fill. So I have to make some decisions. So I wanted to take this opportunity to talk about the luggage options when you're taking a cruise and the pros and cons of each. You'll need to decide if you want to handle your bags by yourself, which is often called self-assist, or if you want to check your bags. Now, the benefits of self-assist is it's much safer. Your bag is with you, and once your stateroom is open, you don't have to wait for your bag. Now, the downside, you have to carry around your heavy bags, possibly for hours. And if you've cruised before, you know that embarkation day is a mess, especially those elevators. Trying to lug bags up and down stairs is a pain. So you may want the convenience of checking your bags, and that is the big benefit. Now, checking your bags does require a bit of advanced preparation because you're going to have to print out those cruise line provided luggage tags in advance and affix them to your bag. But the effort is worth the payoff in that you arrive at the cruise terminal and simply hand those bags right off to the porter who's there waiting. Now, I do try to tip. $2 per bag is standard, but it's certainly not required. If the bag is oversized or particularly heavy, I try to tip a little bit more. Now, the downside of checking your bags is that you're going to have to wait for them. On many cruise lines, the staterooms open at 1:30 p.m., but you may not get bags till 5:30 or later. You're also taking the bags out of your possession and handing off to someone else, so there's a risk of damage like this flat iron or potentially theft. So now that you know the pros and cons of self-assist versus check, I'm going to try something different today. Something that someone actually commented on one of my videos about that had never occurred to me even after all of these cruises. So what I'm actually going to try today is I'm going to take my bags to the cruise port, go ahead and check them. I'm going to beg and see if they'll let me on. They probably won't, in which case then I am unencumbered by my bags, and then I'm going to keep it moving and go find a restaurant or someplace to hang out at near the cruise terminal to just find a way to occupy our time. Now, a lot of times cruisers wonder if there are limitations on bags. So can they be a certain weight, or is it like airlines where you're limited on the size and capacity of your bags? Now, many cruise lines will actually print guidelines for what they recommend for luggage in terms of size, weight, and maximum number of bags per passenger. But I can tell you, I've taken many cruises. I've literally never had a bag measured, weighed, or it's never really a consideration. If you're driving to the port, don't worry about it. If you're flying to the port, of course you have to meet airline regulations. But when it comes to the cruise lines, pretty much anything goes in terms of baggage.